Chad Anderson, a horse trader from Texas, operates year-round in front of Graceful Heights Church on Oak Street in Nashville. One day, he was selling a valuable silver stallion worth about 40 gold coins. Suddenly, a stranger, stylishly wielding an umbrella and dressed in fashionable attire, strolled over gracefully. Gazing at the horse, the stranger inquired, "How much for this horse?" Chad Anderson replied, $40. The stranger expressed interest, saying, "I'd like to buy it, but let's go to my place together to get the money." Anderson asked, "Where do you live?" The stranger replied, "Near Liberty Square." Subsequently, the stranger mounted the silver stallion, and Anderson followed suit on his horse to retrieve the payment. En route, the stranger noticed a fabric store. Dismounting, he placed the umbrella by a nearby cafe and instructed Chad Anderson, "Watch over this for me. I'll buy some fabric, and we return together shortly." Chad Anderson, considering the stranger's apparent wealth, agreed, thinking the horse would likely sell quickly. However, when the stranger entered the fabric store, he engaged in a deliberate argument with the owner over prices. When the owner scolded him for his lack of understanding, the stranger feigned innocence, stating, "I'm showing it to a friend. I'll be back to discuss prices later." "All right," the owner agreed with a condition. "Call your friend to see it, but don't go too far," the stranger assured. "I have a horse and a companion here. What's there to worry about?" Taking the fabric, he walked out, leaving. By noon, with the stranger still absent, Chad Anderson, growing impatient, began to suspect a scam. Frustrated, he left the umbrella, rode the silver stallion, and led another horse back. Quickly, the cafe owner approached, grabbed Chad Anderson, and said, "Your partner took my fabric and fled. How will you address this?" Chad Anderson maintained his innocence, explaining that he didn't know the stranger but had accompanied him for the horse transaction. He clarified that the stranger claimed they would leave together after shopping, but hadn't returned, prompting him to ride back to the cafe alone. After hearing both sides, they were taken to the local magistrate. The cafe owner recounted the situation, and Chad Anderson defended his innocence. The magistrate concluded, "Did the man leave? And did he take the umbrella?" The cafe owner replied, "He hasn't taken it yet." The magistrate affirmed, "This person is truly a swindler, attempting to trick you into giving away your fabric by pretending to buy a horse. You fell into his trap. How can you blame Chad Anderson?" Both were released. This incident highlights various clever scams in ancient society. Through horse trading and carefully orchestrated schemes, the stranger successfully deceived Chad Anderson. While an umbrella was offered as a gift, the magistrate ultimately exposed the deception. This story serves as a cautionary tale, urging people to stay vigilant in transactions to avoid falling into the traps set by cunning individuals.